Hey, hello, and welcome back to another episode of Keeping It Cartel. You all know who I am, and thank you for spending your Friday evenings with me. Tonight's show is going to be completely different. We're not going to do the usual chit chat for the hour and a bit. We decided to do a double build stream because I know the last Friday we done. I can't even remember what we built last Friday. And I had good fun doing it, and I've had a lot of good feedback. So I thought, rather than doing one, let's do two. I did put a poll out on Instagram with 3 different bridges to build. 2 of them come out with the same percentages, so that's why I decided we're going to do the both of them. We'll get into that in a second, but before we do that, I'll quickly run through chat and see who's in before we get going. So let's scroll back to the top. We had Duchess in, dropping in all the links left, right, and centre. So you've got the Oink Squad, which is now what used to be Shake and Bake Media. So thank you, Mr. Anthony Romella, for sponsoring the show. We got the Kassar podcast on. Ruby Reads on Instagram if you like your books. We've also got a YouTube channel, which is if you've got little ones and you want a sweet sounding English lady to read your kids' books to go to bed, go give her a follow. There's also Angela's blog in there. We have Tribal Buddha. We've got Tobias, the Vaping Snowman, Sean Lynch, Dean T, Mallory Gates, Nat Rid Warhammer. We got Stu Reppin, Further Strode's in. We got Phil Carris in. How you doing, mate? Oh God, don't you dare be watching me on your big TV. That's going to look horrendous. Dutch is being abusive. Welcome to the show. I am your host, Bruce Springsteen, and this is my hit driver Chevy on a dirt road. That is what the whole music sounds like. Yeah, I know. I decided to keep it for a little bit. We will change it again soon. I just haven't had time to. Next, we got Mallory Gates in. What is the over-under on injury during the stream today? I know, and there's double chances. And I just rebuilt an RDA and already stabbed myself. So, that's not going to count tonight. But there will be plenty of stabbings and probably a little bit of blood tonight. So stay tuned for that. It could be fun. We've also got Homicidal Mike in. Hello, mate. We got the one and only. We got Ian Covenant, who's working and lurking. Hello, mate. We got the other Rhett in. How's it going, mate? We got Factions E-Liquid in. Hello, mate. How's it going? We got Mr. Earnin. How's it going? We got Frankie Underwood. God, we got lots of you in today. We've got GTT Wingcam. Hope you're doing well. Anybody else? And we got the one and only Mr. Chris Doyle in. Hope you're doing well. Stu saying, I still have yet to have a Boro device or whatever. Matt, eventually, maybe, who knows. That's why I thought we would do 2 completely different bridges tonight. So it could be, it could stir you to get one. Phil saying, everybody will be pleased to know I am now the proud owner of a sticker. Good. That's what we like to hear. Everybody loves a sticker. I stabbed my thumb with some 30 gauge earlier whilst building. Yeah, that's kind of regular for me now. So, welcome to the club. Right, before we get going, everybody throw into chat what you've been vaping on and we'll go through it. Me, I'm flying light at the moment, straight off the bat. I don't like the lights, but we got the old Cocoa, and the only reason for that is one of the greatest liquids of all time. That is Black Rose Elixir, Black Bess. Any of you guys not tried it, you need to head over there and get yourself some Black Rose, or you can get the Nick Salt versions. The legend has arrived. We have Mr. Mike Haynes in chat. Hello, Mike. How's it going? And we got Free Rider Vapor. And thank you, Chris. He stopped playing FIFA 23 just to watch the show. We've also got a newbie. I decided to treat myself to a mech. It's been a while since I had a new one. They buggered up the order, but to be honest, it worked out quite well. I wanted the original Reborn, but they ended up sending me the new one. Didn't charge me any extra or anything, but do you know what? It looks better in person than on the picture, so I'm quite happy. That's on the Nightmare 25 with some Alien Lows in this, which I'm really enjoying. Nice and crackly. And inside that is another great liquid, the Custard Kings. This is Off the Rails, which is a banana cinnamon cheesecake cream. If you like that sort of thing, head over to the kingscustards.co.uk or the King's Custards on Instagram. They got loads of great liquids on there. The one that I do really like is they've got a toffee cream, or my all-time favourite is the Loganberry one, which is really good. If you get a chance to try out that, go over. That's all I'm vaping on because we've got 2 devices to build, and yeah, I'll just be vaping on them. So let's catch up, see what everyone's been vaping on. Oh, we got Vapor Queen Becky in. Hello, hope you're doing well. And the one and only, it was an honour to meet you, Mr. Rasper was. Hope you're doing well, mate. Tobias is vaping on the Exile Parallel Carly V2 Butterscotch Popcorn. That is an outstanding liquid. Oh, you're about to buy the 1111. Do you know what? Get it. It's really nice. I'm really enjoying it. So I would. Duchess is on the plot. Oh, he's on the... fuck me, my words will come out at some point. Death Wish mod stacked V3 with the Unholy V3 and some 29 gauge series coils with unicorn milk from Tom Linford. Mass Hole Vapors. Ian's got Faust on the Dreamer Mech and Carmella on the Jelly Box, both Serpent RDAs. Stu's vaping on the Vupu V-Mate 200 watt E-Leaf LO sub-ohm tank inside with some General Custard. Good guess what? That sounds like a good solid setup. Homicidal mics on carbon fiber copper Linman with Dead Rabbit Max and Immortal Mod Siege with Dead Rabbit with Butcher Cap. Never even heard of Butcher Cap. Tribals on the Billet Box Mantis with the Molan Bridge. Love the Molan Bridge. The Curb Kaput FU Billet Box with Bridged V2. Love the Bridged V2. I've got the English edition. Obviously, you've got the Groku edition and the SXK Billet Box with the Anthem Biohazard edition. All juices his own. He's gone down. You're definitely down that Billet Box rabbit hole at the moment. Free Rider Vapors vaping on the Hammer of God DNA 400C with the Titan V2 with Shy Tots Life is Peachy. Oh, you've gone bigger. We've got Phil, so he's now stocking the King's Custards. So head over to the Vape Hut if you would like some King's Custards. And while you're there, just grab some Black Rose Elixir while you're there. You're never going to go wrong with those 2 combinations. So make sure you do that. Have I all caught out? Oh, Ern's trying some caramel apple. It's not good. And he has God Mini on top of the cane. Frankie Underwood's on the Tengu RDA with My Aliens. Cloud Nerds sour watermelon strawberry on his old Argus GT. I got it wrong. It's Lycan, not Lyman. Dean Teen's on the Voodoo Susie with Ether Bridge and Carmilla, and also Pulse AAO with the Trust Bridge and Inside Testing Grounds ACP. I can't remember whether he shut his shop down yet, but if he hasn't, head over to Uncle Chris's Testing Grounds and try out his liquids. I've never heard anything bad about him, so go give him some love and buy some liquids off him. GT Wingdom is on the Infinite Mods Orion stacked with Bogan and Rebel Pash My Melons. That is my favourite one. I think I ploughed through that bottle in a couple of days. I really should have bought some more at Expo, but Vaping 101 have got them on sale for, I can't remember how much, but they were like £5-6 off, so maybe worth heading over there and giving them a go. Factions on the NATO mech with his very own Blue Frost. I did like that one. That was a really good liquid. I think we're all... Oh, yeah, I will do after the show. When I come to the end, remind me again, and I will 100% do that because I'm using my phone for the second camera at the moment, and I promise you I will do that. The other Rets is the Jackaroo RTA pod flavor banger with some pistachio delight. I still haven't had a chance to try that. Further Strodes on the 01 with the Troll X and some Sifu Lemon Hope. That is outstanding. I love that liquid. That is something else. You're going to really kill me trying to say it. Monumentum and Wolf, the Hog V3, the Valhalla 30, and Frankenatica's Boysenberry Swell. That is another banging liquid. God, you guys are like proper smashing it tonight with your setups and liquids. Feels on the stubby with off the rails, King's Custard. Is that what I'm puffing on? Yeah, snap, but not on the stubby. Right, last one. We got Mike Haynes on the Blaze RDA on the Times Vape Saint Mech and Serendipity Sweep Nirvana, the Pulse with Country Fudge, and Guar 21 Arbiter 2 and the Faust. God, you guys are killing it with your setups tonight. Right, I'm just going to catch up. Right, so what we're going to do tonight is we're building two things. So I won't show any more of my face. Oh, before I do that, I need to give a massive shout out to Mike. He's a customer at the Vape Hut. The guy's an absolute legend, one of the nicest blokes that I've met in a long time. So, Mike, thank you for watching. If you're watching live or if you're watching on a replay, thank you. And I'll see you next time when I come down to Phil's shop. So, right, let's jump down. So, hopefully you can all see that. Cool. Right, so what we're going to... I'll move my specs out of the way. I can still see chat, which is good. We're going to be building on the Pulse Vessel. Oh, God, this is going to be interesting with the camera. We've got the Pulse Vessel, which hasn't even been opened yet. And also the MOBB Mini. This is the first one, so this will be interesting. We're going to run this one MTL, and this one I haven't decided yet. So what we're going to do straight off the bat to make this fun, I need X1 in the chat for the MOBB or X2 in the chat for the Pulse to what we build first. So I'll give you guys a couple of seconds to catch up while I have a puff and make your choices. X3, Duchess, you're a dick. X2, so we got one for the Pulse. Oh, we got one for the MOBB, two for the Pulse. Oh, hey, are we getting doubles now? Is people starting to play silly buggers by putting more? Right, fuck it. We're going to do the MOBB first. There we go. I've decided. So let me just have a quick puff. So we are going to build that in the... We're going to actually put it in the billet box. So... Right, let's get going. So we'll move that to the side. So we got the DNA board. Oh, let me put my glasses on first because I ain't going to see diddly squat. Right, so we're going to be running this MTL. So I have already pre-made. We've got a Cairo coil to go on because that should come in at a 0.8. So we'll have a quick look at this first. I can actually zoom in, which will be fun. Right, let's zoom in. Hey, which way are we going? Yeah, oh God, this is gonna be. Here we go. Need to keep it here. So we have the MOBB Mini. It's a bit like the other ones. They come with the top chain. The top chamber comes off. You got the side bits for your wicking. And the MOBB, it is all got an integrated Hujima flippers. I know that doesn't help you any bit at all, but that's what you screw into the 510. So we pull this apart. It's quite a nice, easy deck. And right down the middle, I'm still trying to get used to this, but as you can see, it's got, oh God, come on, ads. Which way are we going? This way. There you go. Big old hole down it, because that is the huge airflow pin. If we open up this, if we can get this off, you get a bag of different ones. You also get, you can't lose this because it looks a little big on the screen, but it is absolutely tiny. You also get your spare O-rings and that. So we'll move that. So I apologize for the state of my hands. So we will go for, let me pull this out so you can see this a little bit more. We're going to go for some smaller airflow pins. The problem with these is they don't write on there, so you literally have to look. So if I stack all these up, we'll get a better understanding of what they are. So as you can see, they're all different size holes. We're going to go for this one, the smallest one of the lot, to give that a go. Actually, we're going to go one up. So we need to take the 510 out of this. So you need to use something to unscrew it. Hang on 1 second. This is kind of jammed a little bit, so it might take me a couple of seconds to undo it. There you go. And remember, inside there, let me zoom in a little bit more for you. There is an insulator pin. Do not lose that insulator pin. If you lose it, you guys have probably seen, you sit there, peak insulator. If any of you guys have not seen what happens if you try and fire a mod, especially on a Mac, without one of them, watch Grim Green and it will destroy your vape and you might lose a finger or more. So you screw that in, make sure everything's all hunky-dunky. So remove these away. And then we screw it. Let's get this so you guys can see it a bit better. Here we go. Rebuildable, how's it going? So we got that there. And then we just unscrew these absolutely tiny. Let's see if we can get it a bit closer for you. These absolutely tiny screw. They look pretty big, as I said before, but they're absolutely tiny. So unscrew that, and if you can see, it opens up. You can see, let me get these here. As you can see here, that's where your lead sits in there. And then, where are you? There you are. There's another one there. So I'll move the camera up a little bit. Just, oh, fuck. You can see the messy table. Right, let me just try and fix this a little bit. Cool. Oh, there we go. That's a bit better. Right, so we will be fitting in the Cairo coil, which comes in at a 0.8. So it's quite nice, quite nicely sized. I may, oh no, perfect fit. So you want to center it directly over the airflow and then screw it down. So I will do that now without losing this. So try and keep this centered. Or if you've got one of these coiling rods, just stick it on there. So you've got it in there. Slide her in. And what I generally do is I push my finger against the inside, because when you try and screw it down, it's going to slip. So we will just screw the one side in. We're nearly done. Before we go any further, I'm going to make this, rather than a bit of silence, we're going to throw some music on. There we go. So let me just screw this down. It's going to be hard for you to see it just because my finger's in the way. Let me just screw it down. So that's pretty much where you want it. Smack bang in the center. Especially if you've never built a bridge before. Let me turn this music down a little bit. If you're building a bridge, what you got to remember is that you need to cut the leads right up against these posts, or you're going to get a short. So what I do, it's an extra step, but it pretty much guarantees you that you'll be fine, is screw it down quite tight. As you know, unscrew it again. And then where you got, as you can see, come on, focus. See the little dents? Cut them on the dents. And then you know you will be trying to get this in screen, but you might have to hold off for a little bit. So let me just snip these off. Right. So we're snipped and we're just going to reinstall. Let's try and get it. Can't even get it back in now. So I think we're good. Just screw this down. Oh, we got Asian Kitten in the house. Hello, how's it going? Screw it down. Straighten her up. As you can see, nicely caught on each side. See if I can zoom that in a little bit for you. You can see there where it just catches perfectly, that you don't have to worry about. There's no hope in hell that's what do we call it, shorting on the other side. So we'll just check this side. Zoom in a bit more. And I think, where are we? Oh God, I'm not used to this cam. And that's fine as well. So what I generally do is I push it just down a smidge, just so it's a little bit closer, a little bit more than that, to the airflow. Just put your cording rod, just give it a little push. As you can see, that's just a little bit closer. So that is, I think that's a pretty good little install. So that is how I install on the coil on the MOBB Mini. So what we're going to do now is bring it over to the DNA board. It looks like I'm building an old snooker table. It is a green screen, but I didn't see the point in actually using a green screen in the end, so we didn't bother. So we've got the coil nicely installed. Let's try and get this back. There you go. So we're gonna change this to this. So this is coming out before glow at 0.6. So we'll just give it a couple little pulses. Just try and run a little bit of heat through these. So sort this out. You see, this is why you should never use one of these on a speed build, because it keeps locking up on you. So you got, remember, if you haven't done this before, you need ceramic pliers. Just once you start glowing, you can just tickle the coils to get a bit of an even glow in this. Here we go, we started. Sorry, I'm not in the screen anymore. You just move it around. make sure all the hot spots are out. I like to give them a little squeeze as well. I think we're done. They look alright, don't they? I am currently pulsing at 8 watts, between 8 and 10. And that is now 13 watts. I think that's a bit wonky, isn't it? No, it's just the camera. So, we are going to be wicking with some Cloud 9 cotton. So, wait for that to cool down a little bit. We'll pull this camera out because none of you want to see that too much. Actually, I think that'll be alright. Bit of an off cut will do us fine. Wicking this thing is interesting, to say the least. If none of you have ever wicked anything like these, like this before, it's got these little holes. So basically, you put the cotton through, you put the cap on it, and you snip the sides and leave them tickling out of the sides. We'll get into that, but yeah, it's just a little bit different than probably any of you are used to if you haven't used one of a bridge like this before. So let's get rid of a little bit of the excess. Give it a twist. Let's just shut this down. So you don't want to wick this too tight. So it's in. Just gonna snip, because I just like snipping the ends off just to make sure. Right, so what we're gonna do now is a bit of liquid. As with this is more of an MTL, I'm gonna be using some of my other favourite liquids, some Own Boy OC Mango. Rate buildable. I learned how to build wick on a Kylan Mini, so I'm pretty confident that I can wick anything. If you know, you know. Very, very true. So what I'm going to do is just drop a little bit of liquid on there. Just to make sure everything's good. That liquid smells so good. So what we're going to do is I pull them a little bit so they're nice and straight, sticking out, and then you want to get these holes over. See if I'll zoom in as well, just so you guys can see a little bit more. There we go. So what you want to do is slide them over so it sticks out, and if you get it just right, it should just sort of drop in place, and we're in. So we'll pull out a little bit. So we are now in and ready to go. So what I generally do is cut a smidge off. Just a little bit. Just to leave a smidge hanging out. You've got to make sure that every bit of it is covered. So it basically looks like that. A bit like a dusty stuff. Yeah, that's all the cotton stuff. So you just got to make sure that underneath these cottons there is like a little well. So you need to make sure that's filled up with cotton as well, and hopefully we get a bit of vapors. There we go. we're going to be putting this one in billet box. We're going to be taking out what's already in there, which is the truss, which has been in for quite a while. So we'll take that out. Check for condensation. There's a little bit at the bottom there, but considering that's done over 100 mils of liquid, that is not bad going. So just always keep a microfiber cloth with you. Give it a wipe over just to make sure you clean everything off. Move this out of the way for a second. We'll be using a Boro which comes from Obey Robots. It's just a standard Boro. So these are good. But what you got to remember is if you've cleaned it, those O-rings, when you push the glass up, which we'll get to in a minute, you may pull the O-rings out, the seals around, but I'll show you how to get around that. So what we're going to do is just unscrew the not the Molin, what's it called? The MOBB. Make sure that everything's good. Drop them in. So what I normally do is put the bottom in first and then go from the top. Find it, and then give it a push. Make sure that's all sealed up inside. It's pretty much flush at the bottom. And that is that. With these doors, these glass doors, when you install them, see if it'll buckle up on me. Well, not really. But if you can see the top, see on this side where it's starting to pull, what you can do, what I do anyway, I think probably a lot of people do, is I get your bottle of liquid, a little bit on your finger, and just rub it around the inside of the door. Just so it gives it a little bit of lubrication, and you'll find it slides right on. And then try your hands on the microfiber. I fill these up really weird because I'm weird. I lay it down just because I feel that it's a little bit easier, and then I just fill up from here. So we won't fill her up the whole way, just in case we got a lot of flooding. And then you have it. So we will be putting this in a billet box. This is the 2018 edition, I believe. If I can get the 2018 edition billet box. And I know people like the new ones, but this one works perfectly fine. So if you're looking to get a billet box, don't worry about just having to get the 2022 ones or the 2019s. If you can get a 2018, they're absolutely fine. Any year's fine. So remember, keep your batteries in a battery compartment. Mr. Hip Hop, we will be using Black Rose Elixir ODB wrap. No, I haven't gravel throat. I haven't yet cut or burnt myself, but I did before the stream. So luckily no one saw that. So drop that in. And then there's different, if any of you guys haven't had a billet box, you can get different flush nuts at the top. This is an integrated drip tip flush nut. This was comes with the Wicked Bridge V2, but I just really like it, so I use it on most things. Screw it in, and let's hope we don't get a check atomizer. No, not at all. Oh no, we did. So just make sure everything is done properly. This happens to all of us. Oh, this might just need a bit of a clean. See, this is another reason why you don't fill your tank the whole way. If you get a check atomizer, you don't have to dump a whole load of liquid. Oh, I can't even get this screwed down. Oh no, we've still got check atomizer. So that means that there's something wrong inside. This is the fun about having billet boxes, because you have to deal with this on, not, I wouldn't say a regular basis, but a pretty standard. Right, let's give that a go. Clean the connections just in case. It's all looking good. Let's try this one more time. Check atomizer. Oh no! So this may be a really long stream. Hope you guys are ready for this, because now we have to pull half of it apart to make sure that we checked everything. So we will be losing a little bit of liquid. Yeah, I'm just thinking I might just go and grab a normal one. Give us 30 seconds and I'll quickly go and get another flush nut if there's one available. Back. No, it's definitely the user. It's definitely the user. Nah. Right. We're going to go properly now. Just going to dump that liquid. Yeah, we haven't really had an issue with it before. So we will just turn it around. Hopefully it's a little quick fix. Let's try this. This could be fun. Dude, might be your integrated drip tip. Yeah, I don't think I've got another one to hand. This one was working perfectly fine earlier on. I was vaping it, so we'll take the drip tip out. Give that a clean. And see if my fatty fingers will allow me to. So we can no, still. What we're going to do is see, this is the fun of billet boxes. You guys are cool, and we got it working. So we have vapors. Oh right, so we'll fill her up a little bit more. So I just had to dump quite a bit of liquid. Right. So I didn't need a regular flush nut. Right. We are good to go. So what we're going to do is we're just going to jump out for a second. And we're going to have a vape. So this is the Molen bridge on the billet box. Oh, that is proper mouth to lung. Quite strong. This is going to be the one for you, Phil. That is bloody tight. Do you know what? It's got really, really good flavour to it. I'm going to have to turn this down. It's way too high. Drop that down. So that is, that is the Molan Bridge on top of the billet box. It's quite, as you see, it's quite easy to build, but it is, as anything billet box, it can be extremely temperamental, as we have just found out. So let me just, just clean my hands with the wet bit. So what we're going to do is put that to one side. Should be using a 1.2 airflow at 16 watts for a point. Yeah, I know, but it is what it is. I didn't really pay too much attention. Right. A bit too much. For me anyway. But there we go. I don't know what size airflow I had, but I had the second to smallest, whatever that one was. But it's been a long time since I vaped that one. So, right, now, I'm going to have a quick sip, and then we're going to have some fun with the next one. Right, let's jump back down. Put my glasses on. Right, let's get this camera going. Right, the next one we've got is the Pulse Vessel. I haven't even opened this, and I've never built it before, so this is going to be even more interesting than the last one. So I bought a selection of coils, so you guys can choose. You help me choose what one to use. So let's get it open. Ooh, it comes with a little coil head one. So I'm guessing these are your coil heads, but we're not going to bother with that today. We just want these two bits here. So we're gonna use the tank it comes with, and this has also got integrated 510, so we don't have to use any adapters. What else we got in here? We have snippies. Got another. What that is. We got some tools, and we got some round wire coils, which we're not going to use. So we'll throw that to one side. Don't want that. So we have the deck. I did make myself bleed. A little bit of blood. So we have the deck here. So it uses obviously a single coil, and I'm not sure what I want to use in it. So we have a borer railing, which we can just bend the legs over. Or I was thinking, we got a pair of 26 5 wraps 3 mils, that'll come out of 0.2. I think that might be way too big. We got a pair of stagger fused Claptons, which will come out of 0.3. Or we got the half stags. I think we're gonna go for. What should we go for? Which one should we go for? Cheers, Tribal. What should we go for? The half staggered, the stagger fused Claptons, or should we go 26 aliens, 0.5? Do the half stags, stagger fused Claptons, 0.5s. Oh, see, 0.5s. Okay, we'll stick to this, and we'll just we'll take let's just measure this. Do I listen to Duchess? Do I, or should I go a little bit fancy? because we won't be putting this in a. Do you know what? Actually, yeah, we're gonna go for a 1, 2, 3. No. Fuck it, I'm gonna go wild. We are gonna go for half staggered. Right, here we go. So we are going to use a half staggered. Which is this one here. We'll zoom in for you so you can have a look. See how close we can get this. So I've got really. So these are the half staggareds. So I think we're going to give these a go. See what happens. We're going to stick with this. Sod you, Duchess. So I'm thinking we'll start at 6 and see what happens. It would help if I unscrewed this. I've got to be honest, I'm not overly keen on the deck. Do I go leg, bend over, or leg and sit in the middle? I think I'm going to do opposites. Right, I'm not going to bend it over. So we'll just open these up. So we're thinking. Trust me to get the wrong bloody one. I've undone the wrong bloody Lego, the post holes. So we're thinking this. But that is way too tall, so we're going to drop down. So we're going to drop down. Hopefully. Ooh. I think that is pretty spot on. Oh, actually, yeah, that will do. Just tighten it down. Right. That looks pretty spot on. Zoom in a little bit. That looks pretty good. You guys happy with that? Yeah, try. We'll cut them at 5. So that's what we're sitting at. Would you say that is a bit high? Let's have a look at the top cap. I think that'll be fine. That will be. So we take it off here. Zoom out again. Have I been missing a lot of messages from you guys? Yeah. I'm still using your calls in the Pulse AIO vessel and they are coming out at a 0.3. Oh, nice. So we have them in there. So that'll be fine. Zoom in for you. Let's turn the wattage up a little bit. That's quite good. Would you say it's glowing evenly? Nice. Yeah, the gasket is a bit manky, but we will have to deal with that. So, if you look at, I've never built this before, but you can see these wicking bolts. They are ohming out at a 0.3, which is pretty much bang on the money. So you're going to want to tuck these. So I'm guessing, looking at these, let's push this out so you guys can see, and I'll zoom out a little bit. The wicking on this is obviously going to be a bit different. From the looks of it, let's move this so I don't burn myself. It's through these holes here. So if you look at the top, I'm guessing obviously that's where the liquid drops through. So you're going to have quite like sort of wicking. So I'm guessing more's a whore. So we're going to go a little bit over wicking, not thick, but just more than usual. So again, Cloud 9, just because it is the best cotton, and that was a 0.25. So we will. That should be enough. Give that a twizzle. Yeah, I was thinking that, Ian. Gravity fed. So keep them fluffy. Cool. Give that a snip off. So what I'm thinking is tucking, but obviously that's way too much cotton. So I'm going to cut right up against the side of the deck. So I'm thinking that, and then clean my tweezers off. So what I'm thinking is just a place job. So just lightly tuck it in. So I'm thinking something like that. Does that look good? Because if this works, this has got to be one of the easiest bridges to build on. And inside that, because we might as well start wicking it. What the hell's that? I'll put that over there. I don't need that. Don't need any of these. Inside, we are going to be using some multi-award-winning liquid. Black Rose Elixir Black Best. There's literally, I don't even know you can see, there's literally a smidgen left in there. Probably enough for this one tank, and then that's it. So what we're going to do, juice her up. nice vapors on there. A little bit more. Make sure we're not shorting. No, we seem to be doing well. Cool. We are going to be putting it something a bit different. I decided last minute, because I haven't used it for ages, and I know we had a problem with the atomizer short on the billet box. I thought we'll give us a couple more issues. We are going to be using. Oh shit! I really like this. The sup box. I don't know if any of you guys have had a sup box, but I really like it. You can also use it in side-by-side mode, which is also quite good. Or you can change your cages if you want. You can take this off and put a 21700 battery in there, and then you've got a cap for this to turn it into a little side-by-side. But we're not going to do that. We are going to, we're just going to billet it up. So we will go for the pulse side. So I forgot to unscrew this. Yeah, if any of you guys are looking at a sub box, I have no issues with mine. I'm going to say that now, but I know it's going to cause me issues now that I've said it. But I know a lot of people have had issues with it, but it's just hit and miss, really. You just got to make sure you do it properly. So let's screw this down. Then use your. If not, I've got the borome here just in case the sub box gives me too much jip, which I don't. Hopefully it won't. Screw it down. Pokemon. If any of you guys are into Pokemon, hit me up. Yeah, here we go. 2 in a row, guys. 2 in a row. We have check atomizer. Sometimes this just takes a bit of. It's not screwed in properly. 1 second. Oh, is the tank the wrong way? What do you mean the tank's the wrong way? The tank's backwards. I didn't even know. I've just dumped liquid. Alright then, cool. I'll have to turn it around. I told you I never built this thing before. Doesn't look any different. Oh yeah, how am I meant to fill it up? What a donut. Cool. Right. Make sure this is screwed down nicely. Where's me tweezers? Lost my tweet off of there. Make sure that this is screwed down nicely. Put this back together. Whoever said the gasket is rubbish, I second that because it's fucking horrendous. Cool. Right, round 2. Got very, very slippery hands now from all this liquid. Oh yeah, exactly. You should just waited for me to get it all together, and then yeah, I don't think this is gonna fit inside this, so we're gonna fuck this off because it's doing my nut end. We're gonna throw it in a mech. It's gonna be lovely. It's gonna be amazing. What a surprise! This bloody thing. Thank you. You can piss off. Right, we're going to be throwing it in this. So I know this is going to work fine. Face. So we'll put it in there. Dry all the gunge off my hands. Batteries in. Give it a little test fire. Where's my drip tip? Thanks. So we'll put the pulse in there. We might as well just put a smidge of liquid in there. Cool. No. Still no. Still nada. Well, this is going well. Let me just zoom out massively for you because I've. Oh shit! 1 sec. Just double checking why this ain't firing because I had it on the Mac, so I test fired it once. Well, that does seem to be firing. So we will use my other battery. I think it might be a Duff battery. I don't want to call it a day on this. It will work. Cheers, mate. Cheeky shit. Right, hopefully we're in. Hopefully we're good. No, not a nada, not a squibble, not a squibble. So, what we're gonna do? Fuck this shit. This is ridiculous. What is wrong with me? We are just gonna fuck this off. And we're just gonna throw it in the bin. Go to Old Faithful. Sorry, you're not even seeing any of this. Sorry. I'm not very good at the whole streaming business, as you know. So hopefully this is going to... Full English must have made me groggy. Where the fuck's my battery? There it is. Hey! Fucking running. We're up and running. So we have vapors. Like fuck for that. So let's fill her up properly, and then we're going to jump up. Such a mess. Such a fucking mess. That'll do. The pulse. Right, so what we're going to do is we are going to jump up. And we're back. That was fucking stressful. So that is now, you bastard, the pulse inside the billet box. Do you know what? It's not too bad. As I think Phil was telling me earlier on, it's a freebie that they chucked in with the billet box. Let me turn this bloody music off. You can go away.
Tasty.
I don't think Sir Rug's in, so that was for him. So yeah, I know this came free with the pulse, but it's not too bad. It's just these the rubber O-rings were fucking horrendous. So there you have it. That was a long build stream, and my desk is an absolute mess. So what have we learned? That I couldn't fucking organise a piss up in a brewery. Managed to fuck up the Moland, which was fun. The install was nice. Yeah, it's not all that, but for a freebie, for a starter bridge, to be honest, it's not too bad. There's no real quibbles. Yeah, I wouldn't. If any of you guys have already that you aren't a bridge builder, yeah. To be honest, I stick to these bridges that like the Molan I haven't built in God knows how long. And the Vessel just really pissed me off. My go-tos are the Wix Bridge V2, nice and easy to build, and the Ether Bridge and stuff. So that's literally where I stay, or the Molan. But yeah, it's been fun. So I've learned a lot. I've learned that billet boxes still wind me up, but they have great flavour. It's a shame about the Vessel because I was really looking forward to that. I thought it would give me off some great flavour. And I did manage to take off quite a bit of skin off my finger. So there you go. There's a little bit of injury there for you. But what I am going to do is I'm going to have a swig of my drink. And then we're just going to carry on for a little bit. Yeah, so we will be doing more of these. I'm going to go... we might do a couple more. We might do a bridge and an RDA next week. So stick around for that because that's going to be great fun. But I'm going to have a quick puff of the... Cool. So that was the double feature. But we're going to do... I think we've only got a couple more sections to do. So we can't do that. No, we missed that out. So we're just going to do some shout-outs. Right, we're going to do shout-outs this week again. So, guys, in chat, if there's anybody looking to shout out people, it doesn't have to be vape-related. It doesn't have to be anything. It could be just someone you've come across. You need to do a stagger class. Yeah, I will do it at some point, but this is hard enough to try and film and shit. So we will figure something out and we will do it. If there's anybody in chat that you want to throw into the chat, of anybody you want to shout out. People on replay, make sure you open the chat up, and the people's going to start throwing in links. Make sure you go give them a like, follow, or a subscribe, or go check them out or buy any of their products. This is not a shill bit, so just anybody that you've come across recently. It could be a band, it could be Phil, you jump straight on it. Mike Haynes gets a shout out every show because Mike Haynes is Mike Haynes. And as I say every week, if you've got a couple of quid or sacrifice a coffee and your morning coffee and bits, what was that, 4 or 5 quid? Go hit up Global Acts of Unity and drop it in there. Just go without it for one day. It's not going to kill you, but it will help an amazing cause. So please, please, please go and show some love to the one and only Mike Haynes. You have a permanent spot on the shout out just because you are awesome. A massive shout out to both my sponsors, which is Phil and Chris here, Black Rose Elixir and Vape Hut, and the newest sponsor, the Vaping Alliance. So make sure you go give them guys a like and a follow, and they've got some bits and pieces coming along as well. My other shout out is the other Mike, because I shouted him out at the beginning. I will shout him out again. He's a customer over at the Vape Hut. Really nice bloke. He's really into everything vape, and it's just really nice to talk to someone that's so enthusiastic and loves everything about vaping. Who have we got in chat before I do the rest of mine? The Friday Fallout with Vandal and Ramella. Yeah, 100% go and check them out. Shout out to Tribal Buddha for splooging on the pumpkins. Good man. Tribal Buddha does make some awesome liquids as well, so make sure you go check him out. Blue Buddha Tinctures, and go spend some money over there. Shout out to the resident Alaskans, Rhett's Beard and Delia's Hair. Nicely done. So go give them a like and a follow. Give them, and then you get a shout out as well. Shout out Vaporoni for stocking Frank and Atticus. Yes, if you want some Frank and Atticus liquids and you're in the UK, hit up Frank and vaporoni.co.uk, and Phil's just chucked a link into chat. Go get you some of that. The watermelon is outstanding. Lychee is outstanding. The lychee is outstanding. The boysenberry swirl is outstanding. The caramel popcorn is really good as well. There's so many good ones out there. So make sure you go and spend some money over there. Exactly. The Aussie Vape Show, Steve Squidley and Mr. Birdie. Make sure you check them out. They do some awesome shows together, and go give them a like and a follow on the old Instagrams. And if they're on the Facebooks on that. A huge shout out to me, you beautiful man. I wouldn't quite say that. Great Friday show as well. Yeah, what me trying to hurt myself. Said my name so nicely. Well, at least I can say some things nicely. Shout out to all the significant others out there for putting up and occasionally putting out with us. Further Strode, that's a good one. Massive shout out to all your wives and boyfriends and that for putting up with the cloudy rooms, the messy desks, the copious amounts of vape shit that we have, and but it's still far better than smoking. So thank you. Ian saying shout out Vaping Jedi and Angela Garrity. Exactly. You just nicked my other ones, but that's fine. We'll have to figure out some more. So a massive shout out to my other co-hosts, Vaping Jedi, Angela Garrity, Duchess Coils, and KVTV. We have a good time on our shows, even though last week Duchess was miserable as shit, but he was ill, so we will give him that one. But he's gone all softy recently, so I don't know what's happened there. Huge shout out to the Mash Show, Sewer Rug, and the Wee Baby Seamus. Make sure you go over and follow the.wee.baby.seamus on the YouTube and hit that notification bell. If you head over there as well, you will get a discount code for the Cloud Cartel coils, which gives you free international shipping. So you can save yourself a good £10 to £15. And then obviously you convert it into your dollars, so it'll be a lot more. So you'll save an awful lot. So head over to there and get their discount code, because off the top of my head, I can't remember what it is. So once you order your coils, whack it in the coupon code section, and it'll get you free international shipping. Shout out to all the advocates in Twitter battling for our rights to THR. That's 100%. If you do not know who your local harm reduction advocacy group is, head over to INNCO as Inco on the, just stick it into your Google, and then there's a link for, but you can basically look at the database and find your local one. So make sure you go over there and check them out. Shout out to Oleg Drip Tips in Ukraine, 100%. He makes absolutely gorgeous drip tips. If you like big bulky ones or small stubby ones, that sounds a bit wrong, but if you like anything like that, all handmade, they are outstanding. Go show some love to our Ukrainian brother, and I hope you are safe and well. Finally got an order for a stubby. Nice one, Chris. Don't forget to do that thing for me on Facebook. I 100% won't forget. Vapor Queen Becky, my wife is here. Can you make sure that I hit, I accept Vapor Queen's Becky's notification on Facebook? I will. So the missus will make sure I do this afterwards, because I do have a brain like a sieve, as most of you know. Yeah, he's a legend. I've heard some good things about Oleg, so go spend some money over there. My other shout outs, you guys have nicked all mine. So I'm going to shout out Twisted Messes for making the best damn wire out there. A Grateful Ant, you always come in at the end. So I'm really sorry, mate, but a massive shout out for Grateful Ant as well, for always stopping by, even if he comes in at the end. But thank you for all your support and your love, mate. It means a lot. Right, before we get to the end, we've got that last section, but I need to run and get the book. So what you need to do is have a look at this picture, and hopefully it will give you some idea of maybe if you're looking for some Nick salts, what you need to get. As well. Hey, I'm back. So we muted you for a couple of seconds. We're going to do the little big book. It's not actually called the little book. It's just called the little book. So last section of the show, we are going to do words of wisdom. Right. So what we're going to do, the usual shit, flick it, stop it. And we're just going to read the first thing that comes up. So this one says, one's own action creates one's life situation. So that's one's own actions creates one's life situations. And that is apparently about your moral values, cause and effect. So we'll cover that page. If that helps you, great. If that helps someone else you know, awesome. If it doesn't help you at all and you're a miserable bastard like Duchess, it will just annoy him. So that's a win as well. What's the Duchess saying? Right there, neck and neck with. Yeah, we'll have to do some sort of test at some point. So Vapor Queen Becky says, hello, Mrs. Cartel. Hi. She's shouting hello. Cartel, say hello to your missus for me, please. And can you get her to do that thing as well I asked you to do? 100%. And we got sex bots in chat. My private video here. They come in at the end. US Customs says no, man. So we'll have to talk at some point. We'll see what we can do. Yeah, you're just an ass to me. So right, we're at that time now. I won't take up any more of your time. So thank you so much, everybody, for sticking by and watching me fuck up 2 build streams back to back. But it was great fun in the process. We will be doing this again next week. We'll probably more than likely do an RDA as well. So an RDA and maybe a bridge or whatever. So keep your eye on the Instagrams. I will be putting up a poll probably Monday or Tuesday. Make sure you make that vote, and we'll build whatever you guys want. So I could talk slow if you want, Duchess. But until next time, make sure you're nice to each other and be good. See you later. Bye.